Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel Swamy Vijay, and this is Swamy Vijay speaking to all. In this video I am going to explain one of the very important advanced writing skills which is part of your class 11 English, and the name of the topic is speech writing. Now without any delay, let me begin the explanation about speech writing, how to write the speech in your examination without any delay. Now if you see the question here, you are Ashok or Aruna, you are asked to deliver a speech on the topic education gives 1 power, and they have given some information pieces or chunks of information or bits of information. With using this you can write the speech, but in some cases they may not give you this kind of information, so you have to write the speech, and I am going to show you the example speech for this question. So here you can see the example speech which I have already written, and I am showing the speech on your screen. Now let us know how to write answer to these kind of questions in examination point of view, and what is the purpose of learning speech writing, what are the advantages of learning speech writing in examination point of view. Now let us move to the next slide here. So speech writing comes in section B. That means after completion of your reading skills section, which has two things, one is reading comprehension, another one is note making. So after that the section B begins. Now in section C it is advanced writing skills. Not only speech writing, you have to study article writing also, that we'll discuss in the next video. So speech writing comes under advanced writing skills. Now what type of questions you are going to get before that? How many questions are you going to get? You may get either speech writing, article writing, or speech writing or debate writing questions. You have to select one to answer. One out of the two compositions based on visual or verbal input, which is 150 to 200 words, you have to write the speech writing. Now maximum marks distribution based upon the pre-COVID split up of the syllabus and the blueprint of the question paper. For class 11 it carries 8 marks, and in class 12 it carries 6 marks. Depending upon the new curriculum, depending upon the new syllabus blueprint of the question paper, the marks may vary, but the structure remains same and the information remains same. Now let us understand what is the purpose of learning speech writing. See, you will come to class, you will learn writing speech, you will get out and out marks, but what is the purpose of learning speech writing? Speech, you all know that when somebody asks you to give a small speech in front of a large gathering or a small gathering or at least a group of people, if you don't deliver a speech or if you don't speak in an impressive manner, in a pleasing manner or in a commanding manner, people make fun of you. So the purpose of learning speech writing is to speak in an effective manner. So let us see what are the different reasons or purpose why should we learn speech writing. Speech, before going to give speech or before going to deliver the speech in front of others, we should first compose the speech, or we should first prepare or write the speech. So how to write the speech and what is the purpose of writing the speech is to give a good speech in front of others. Now the purpose of learning speech writing is, first point, to convey information orally to a large gathering of people forcefully and convincingly, to convert the listeners to the speaker's point of view. That means when you are giving a speech, you are trying to speak in such a manner the audience will agree to your point. So your speech must be forcefully and convincing people so that they will understand your point of view and they will accept your point of view and they will follow your point of view. Then second reason why we have to learn speech writing, or why should we learn how to speak in a better manner, is to pass on a wide range of information to a wide range of audience orally. If you try to communicate on paper, those people who know how to read, they will only understand, but if you communicate orally, it can be understood by a large number of people. So that is also one of the reasons or purpose for learning speech writing in class 11. And then last purpose or third purpose is to express an opinion, share a point of view, your experience, observation, etc. So all these are the reasons, are the purpose behind learning speech writing in not only examination point of view, even in real life's point of view. Now in examination point of view, if you want to write a speech writing, we have to follow a proper format. Now what is the format of the speech writing? You can see on screen, this is the format of the speech writing, and these are not the side headings. The one which I am written on the screen are not the side headings. You should not write the side headings in your speech. You have to just use this information and then you have to prepare the speech. So when you begin the speech, you have to begin the speech with first salutation. It can be also called greetings. That means before you speak anything about the topic or before you express anything in front of a large gathering, you have to greet people or you have to salute people. So salutation is nothing but greeting. And once you start writing after completion of writing the greeting, then you have to start introduction. So what is introduction? You have to introduce yourself and as well as the topic on which you are going to speak. Otherwise, audience will get confused who you are and on what topic are you going to speak. So it is our responsibility to explain, to express what we are going to speak. Before that, we have to introduce ourselves. So while preparing the speech in examination point of view, we have to first write the salutation, then we have to write introduction. Then we have to go with the body of the speech. It can also be called as explanation part of the speech, or body of the speech means what topic you have selected or you are asked to deliver a speech. On that topic, you have to write clear information based upon the facts. And then fourth one is conclusion. So after completion of your giving speech, after delivery of your speech, you have to conclude the speech at the end. You should not leave the audience abruptly. You can summarize what you said, or you can even end with one opinion. Or most common what we do is we express our sincere thanks to the audience for listening to our boring speeches. So that comes under conclusion. And then speech by, it is when you are writing an examination point of view, you should write who has written the speech. In question, if they give Arun or Arjuna or Amita or Anita, if they have given the name of the right person who had written the speech or who has to write the speech, then you will write speech by and the name of the person. So this is the format of speech writing. It has salutation, introduction, body of the speech, conclusion and speech by. But let me remind you once again, these are not the side headings. You should not write the side heading salutation and you should not write good morning, good afternoon like that. It should be just for your information. You have to divide your answer into these many parts. That is the purpose why I have designed this salutation. Now let us go and discuss each one in detail. Before that, let us understand the format or marks distribution of the speech writing. For format, you get 1 mark. That means if you write your speech writing in this particular format, you will get 1 mark for the format. And the content, whatever you have written in the speech, if it is correct to the question, then you will get 2 marks. And then there are 3 marks for expression. So total we are discussing the speech writing for 6 marks. So in that way, we are discussing that format for 1 mark carries and content carries 2 marks, and then expression carries 3 marks. So what are actually asked or looked into the expression part? When it comes to expression part, there must be coherence, relevance, spelling and grammatical accuracy. So you must have understood there should be spelling mistakes should not be there, and grammatically correct sentence you have used, and relevance. The question is asked about to deliver a speech on Independence Day. You should not deliver a speech on Republic Day. So there is no relevance, there is no connection between the question asked and you have written. And coherence, whenever you are developing the thought, it must be developed in a logical manner. Whatever is you are speaking, that must be developed in a coherence, means logical order, furnishing facts, supplying with the strong evidence. So all these things if you have written, then that comes in an expression part and you will get 3 out of 3 marks. If anybody reasonably write good also, they will score 6 out of 6 marks in this part. So after marks distribution, there are few points we have to remember before we start writing the speech. You can go through this information. There are so much of information I have provided on screen. You can read. If I read, it will take a lot of time. Few points I'll explain. Must begin with a catchy information. That means whenever you start writing speech, to deliver the speech, audience will get attracted if you begin a speech with an anecdote, short story, or a quotation, or a statistical data, or a thought-provoking question. And then must reflect the speaker's clarity of thought, accuracy of facts, and balanced view through a comparison and contrast with other viewpoints. So in speech, you can write positive side of the aspect of the topic given and the negative side of the topic is also. That means you can combine both and you can give your own understanding or decision or opinion at the end of the speech. Then you have to follow the bring credibility to views through quoting of adequate supporting data. If you are telling like India is the highest population country, or China is the highest populated country, then you have to furnish the required supporting data to that. So which one is the more populated country, we all know that. So likewise, you need to furnish the data proper, otherwise people will make fun of you when you are speaking such kind of sentences. Then infuse humor through anecdotes. So when you really speak in front of audience, if you speak little humorous, if you add some humor to your dialogues or your speech, then people will definitely get attracted to listen. One of the ways is by using anecdotes. Then summing up or consolidation of ideas, suggestions, measures to improve the situation, personal observations and predictions you have to include. Then use language that is persuasive and powerful. That means whenever you are speaking, your language must be persuasive. People should feel that you are not demanding, you are not commanding them, but you are asking them to adapt and accept your opinion. And your language must be powerful so that people will feel that yes, whatever you are telling or whatever you are saying, whatever you are speaking is true. And vote of thanks to the audience. Don't forget to say thanks to the audience who listened to your boring speech. Now let us go to how to write the salutation part, introduction part and remaining part. So how to begin salutation? These are the stock sentences. You can begin in different ways, but these are the stock way or the simplest way to begin a greeting or salutation. How do you begin when you are asked to give a speech in the morning assembly? A good morning to honorable principal, respected teachers and my dear friends. Other way also you can begin like very good morning to the galaxy of intellectuals present over here. So that can be bombastic language can also be used, but this is simple language and this kind of language will fetch marks to you in examination. So after greetings, now we are moving to the introduction part. Now why introduction is important? People who are watching you, they don't know who you are. So you should introduce who you are, from which class you are, and what is the topic you are going to speak. So first thing you have to do in introduction is introduce yourself. Today, what is your name, class, section? You have to introduce first. Today, I, name, class, section, afterwards stand before you to deliver a short speech. Always remember, say short speech. Don't say that lengthy speech. People will not feel happy to listen to your boring speeches for a long time. So I stand before you to deliver a short speech on the topic which you have selected. And you have to say that I hope you all will be very keen to listen to my speech. Even though they don't feel interested, you should create such kind of interest through your words. So this comes under introduction part. After introduction, we are going to the body of the speech. You can call it as even explanation also, but for technicalities, we can call it body of the speech. Now under body of the speech, what you have to do, you have to discuss the topic. Both sides you have to discuss the benefits, the advantages, disadvantages, merits, demerits, all those things you can discuss, and finally you can end the discussion with your personal opinion or whatever the opinion suitable to that number of audience. Then after completion of writing this body of the speech, now word limit is 100 to 120, that already you have come to know. Then you have to complete this speech with a conclusion. Now what is conclusion you have to say? Finally, I would like to conclude my speech. You have to tell, otherwise people may be thinking you are not going to conclude. So you have to say that I would like to conclude my speech with your opinion or with your idea or whatever you want to say at the end. And then thanks for listening to my speech patiently, because people, they have listened to your boring speech for a long time. So it is courtesy to say that thanks for listening to my speech patiently at the end of the conclusion. In examination point of view, you have to write speech written by at the end of the speech. Now let us quickly recapitulate what we have learnt in this class. For speech writing, you must begin the speech writing with a catchy introduction, and you have to reflect the clarity of thought, accuracy of facts and balanced review through a comparison and contrast with other viewpoints. Then bring credibility to views through quoting of adequate supporting data, infuse humor through anecdotes. You have to sum up the ideas at the end of the speech. Then use language that is persuasive and powerful, and don't forget to give vote of thanks to the audience. Now come back to the again same question which I have given to you in the beginning of the video. Now if you look at this question, in exam they will give you such type of questions. You are Ashok or Arun, depending upon your gender you can select any name. You have to deliver a speech on the topic education gives one power. They may give you this kind of information chunks or pieces of information or starters you may call to complete writing your speech, but there is no guarantee that you will get such kind of information. So if you don't get the information, what you have to do in examination is, whenever you come across these kind of questions, first think for a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, maximum 3 minutes, what to write. Or if you want to prepare a rough sketch, you can jot down those important points on one side of the paper and write the heading rough sketch. Otherwise, it is generally not required. So once you are ready with some idea what to write in this for this topic, then you have to follow the format. Now if you see the format, here you can see the title. In the format there is no title, I have explained, but why I wrote title here is, see, in examination point of view there will be so many questions. You have written the answer without any title. So the examiner, when they come across your answer, they will also sometimes get confused for which question you have written the answer. Though you have written the answer question number 3 or 4 or 5, but still it is not bad, not technically wrong to write the title for the given speech. Even though the title won't carry any mark, don't give any mark to you, but still I suggest you to write the title for the speech. And then you have to begin with the salutation. See here, respected principal, teachers and my dear classmates or friends are given here. And then today I stand before you to express. So here is a proper salutation. Proper salutation is there, and then proper introduction is there, and then I have here you can see the answer for the body of the speech, and at the end you can see here the conclusion is also clearly written, and speech by the name of the person is also mentioned. And one more way, the problem is with the space constraint for me, that's why I have clubbed everything. Or you can divide this salutation in one line, then leave one line space, and then complete introduction, then leave one line space, then write the body of the speech, then leave one line space, write the conclusion, leave one line space, and write the speech by. In that format also you can write. And if you write in that format, it looks very, very eye pleasing, and you may get out and out marks, because what you write is important. Listen to me clearly. What you write is important, but how you write that thing is more important than what you write. So understand this technique, present it in the most presentable manner so that you get out and out marks. Now there is a question for your homework. Read this question. You are Mohan or Madhu. You have to deliver a speech on female infanticide for your school morning assembly. Write a powerful speech in about 120 to 150 words. So after watching this video, write this answer to this question and show me after completion of the class. So thanks for listening to this lesson, speech writing, and thanks for watching this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel so that you can receive latest updates information the moment I upload videos on YouTube. So bye bye, take care, all the best.